So Chris and I, we've never been up to the Boundary Waters, but we're kind of planning a trip to go up there this summer. What advice do you guys have for someone going up to the Boundary Waters for the first time?
Pack enough food. No, I'm just kidding. Because sometimes the fishing's not as great. So that's one thing to make sure you have enough food. But honestly, geez, my recommendation for the most part would be depending on what you're looking for. Are you looking for a long trip? Are you looking for one where you kind of set up a base camp? Depending on that. My favorite trips personally were always the ones where you have multiple portages and you kind of go a ways up there. I just think that almost is there's a uniqueness to that compared to just going one or two lakes in. Not that that's a bad thing, but just for myself personally, going one or two lakes in, it's kind of similar to just hopping in a boat and going staying on an island. Where this way, I mean, you're 3-4 lakes in, a couple of portages, you're way the heck up there and out in the wilderness. And the further you get out there, the further portages you get, the less people you're going to see because the harder lakes there are to get to. Not as much foot traffic then. So those are personally my favorite. Were the ones further up there, but you just kind of ask yourselves what kind of trip you're looking for, because there are so many different routes and lakes and things you can go on. It's incredible the lake patterns they have up there.
I would say start small. Your first time you ever try it, maybe don't go that hardcore like Grant and his buddies would like to go, 8 portages in on day one, or something like that. And start small, but enjoy every part of it. Even the tough portages where you're slapping bugs, everyone thinks it's horrible, but it's part of the experience. And it's like, okay, we got to get across this portage and back out into the lake on the wind. And then you learn a lot of things where, okay, the wind's blowing out of the northwest, so I should probably try to get a campsite where it's going to blow into my face at night so that, keeping the bugs away, because it is, the Boundary Waters and the Quetico, and it's going to have mosquitoes. It's northern Minnesota. So you do a lot of learning too. And that's kind of the beauty of it, is every trip is different. Everyone's a different adventure, and every single trip has its own stories. And that's what it really is the stories you tell later on. I mean, Grant hinted there, and he knows where I'm going to go with this one when he started out with bring enough food. A friend of myself used to bring Grant, and there was 6 kids and 2 adults, and one of the trips in high school when Grant and his buddies came, we divvied up all the food, and about 2-3 days before the trip was over, they ate all their food. And because they were high school kids that weren't planning or thinking, they came over and said, "Do you have any spare food?" It's like, well, we got food for a couple more days for us.
Yeah.
So what are you guys going to do? And literally they had used all of their oil, all their seasonings, everything you could possibly think. They had 0 food left. And so what they ate for 2 days was boiled walleye.
Hey, that's not a bad thing to be eating.
I would definitely think about getting something a little bit more flavor than just boiled walleye. But yeah,
that's true. Yeah.
See, I think that's the appeal of camping, in my opinion. I kind of always have gravitated towards that like trial by fire, the sink or swim kind of mentality. And it doesn't always have to be like that, but I feel like that's when you have the most fun and the most experiences, is when it's all on you to like make your own decisions and plan your trip and kind of just take care of yourself.
Right. That's some of the. What was that?
I said it makes that experience and those memories, and that's really what it is about those memories, about those stories, and that's why people go. It's the adventure and then the memories. And it doesn't matter which trip you go on, whether the first one is a short one, you're going to learn a lot and make memories, and the next one you're going to probably push yourself a little bit harder.
For sure. Yeah, we're just like, I don't know. Me and Chris, we're not we tend to make a lot of mistakes when we're doing something new. So I think it'll be pretty interesting to see how that goes. But yeah, I'm really excited.
Talk to Grant before you go. He can probably help you through some of those mistakes that he saw me make and we made, and he's made sense as an adult himself, or he can help you for making all those mistakes, because some of them are, they make great memories, but some of them you just probably would rather not make.
Yeah, rather avoid.
Most definitely, yeah.